Hello everyone and welcome to my unboxing video of Silent Hill 2 for the PC. I haven't done an unboxing video in a very long time and I recently got around to playing PC games once again, and my mind went all the way back to the classics um, like Silent Hill 2 and even Silent Hill 3, which are available on the PC. And those versions are kinda rare to get nowadays, because you see, the original Silent Hill 2 was released in the year 2001 on the original PlayStation 2, and back then it was highly anticipated because you see, people played the original Silent Hill 1, I think, way in 1999, and it was a classic. It was a survival horror classic. It competed with games like Resident Evil, which came in 1996 and which is also one of my all-time favorite games. But you see, the difference between Silent Hill and the Resident Evil series is the Silent Hill series goes way more into story and more into psychological story, whereas Resident Evil is more like this B-movie type of horror where you have tons of guns and you run around. It's still very creepy though. I must say, the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 are probably my favorites. They are still pretty scary, but you see, the Silent Hill series, at least the first three titles, are more about atmosphere and psychological horror than run and gun and gory stuff like the first Resident Evils. Or nowadays, like if you saw the Resident Evil 7 trailer, you know that Capcom kinda wants to go back to the roots of survival horror. But for me personally, and to come back to this topic, to my video, Silent Hill 2 takes a step up from Silent Hill 1 in the narrative department, and it's a very interesting game. I think it's only very unique, and for me personally, it's my favorite Silent Hill game out of all of them. I would say the first one is pretty decent. It has a very dreadful atmosphere, very good camera angles, but it hasn't aged very well. Whereas this one, Silent Hill 2, has a very strong focus on story and psychological horror, and it's a classic, I believe. So back to my video, or to my unboxing video. This is the PC version I want to show you today, guys. The PC version of not Resident Evil, of Silent Hill 2. Resident Evil, I also have that one. The PC version of Silent Hill 2 was released as the director's cut here in Europe in the year 2003, way back in 2003. And I also believe in America, but in America it's just called Silent Hill 2. But the PC version is basically the director's cut version, and it includes, I believe, an additional scenario where you can play as Maria. And you can also get it on PlayStation 2, and it's called the Greatest Hits Collection. And this was also released on the original Xbox, the one you know, where you could play the original Halo and Ninja Gaiden and that Xbox. So later, Capcom, or not Capcom, this is a Konami game. Capcom does Resident Evil, Konami does Silent Hill. Konami remastered the Silent Hill series into the HD collection and re-released it on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. I don't have the Xbox 360 version, but I heard the HD collection, which includes Silent Hill 2 and 3, are very badly done. I mean, even this PC version is miles ahead of in terms of quality. They just messed up the port so badly, I believe, with missing textures, not working audio. You can look it up on YouTube, it's pretty horrible. So my best bet is, if you enjoy this awesome game, get yourself a PlayStation 2 and get the greatest hits version or the director's cut here in Europe for the PlayStation 2. It's honestly one of the best PlayStation 2 games you can get, alongside Metal Gear Solid 3, of course, and 2. Just fantastic games. But this one today I will show you is the PC version of Silent Hill 2, which was done or ported by Creature Labs in 2003. And this is the German version. I got, or at least the package is in German. This is multi-language. I got it on eBay. Konami doesn't print them anymore. I think they went out of print, and this is not available on Steam. This is not available on GOG. I hope GOG picks this one up one day. This is only available here in Europe as the director's cut, and in America on the PC. And you can still track it down today, but the prices for this went high. Here in Germany you can get it a little bit cheaper, but in Great Britain, I mean United Kingdom, they go for like 60 pound. And yeah, I would say it's worth it, because this is a very great game and it still runs on modern systems very well, even though you have to patch it. You can widescreen patch it, but it is very quality. I mean, I have running it here in the background on my monitor right now on my PC. I have installed it. I had no problems whatsoever installing it on Windows 7, but you have to twink around the controls, and it will work with an Xbox 360 gamepad. Here I tried it. This is a wired Xbox 360 gamepad. It does work, but you have to remap the buttons and everything, and you also have to tweak the graphical settings, and this game just doesn't like to run on multi-core processors, and I'm using an i5, so you have to set the affinity to one core. Anyway, there are fixes out there you can use, and I will post a link to the Wikipedia for this game, because this game has a kinda small modding community, and they did release some wrappers and fixes for this one. Alright, so anyway, let's show you what's inside. So this is, as I mentioned, this is the German release of the game, as you can see. So the system requirements are down here. You will need a Windows XP, Windows ME, Windows 2000, or even Windows 98 to run this. Ironically, I have a vintage PC, but I don't have it right now here in my new flat. But maybe when I get it here back, I will install it on a Windows 98 machine, just to see how it runs on that particular PC, because this is a DirectX 8.1 game. And yes, it's also recommended to use NVIDIA cards. And yeah, let's show you what's inside. So it opened it up. It comes on three discs, three regular discs. These are no DVDs. These are regular discs. Here is the manual. It's in German, of course, because I told you this is the German version. This is a pamphlet, I believe. So here is the manual. Not so thick as other games. It's in German, yeah, because it's the German release. Here is a postcard, I believe, or for the Konami of Europe. Yeah, I believe. I don't really know. So here are the discs. This is disc 1 of free, then you have disc 2 of free and 3 of free. It's just 3 discs, guys. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. So it comes on 3 discs. Yeah. So no particular problem installing it on my Windows, let's put it like that. No particular problem installing it on my Windows 7 machine. And as you can see, this is right now running the game at very high resolution. It looks fantastic. Wait, I will move around a little bit. It looks very great. And it sounds very great as well. So, as you can see, it does run on Windows 7 quite well, but you have to tweak around a little bit to make it widescreen or to higher up the frame rate, because the frame rate this game is capped at 30 FPS, and you can work around by modifying a specific script to make it run 60 FPS. So I did that, and now it runs at 60 FPS on my PC. So anyway, guys, yeah, this is about the PC version of Silent Hill 2. As mentioned, it's kind of hard to get nowadays because this PC release wasn't so popular back in the day, and Konami didn't print a lot of these games or the discs, and therefore it's kind of rare and hard to get nowadays, but you can still track it down on eBay. If you're lucky enough, someone has it in his collection and will sell it for you. I got mine way back, I believe. It has been years. I haven't played this game in a very long time, and I recently got around testing out some PlayStation 2 emulation. And first game I tested was, of course, Metal Gear Solid 2, and after that Silent Hill 2. And it runs fairly well on the emulator, the original PlayStation version, I mean. But this one also, I remembered it had a PC release, and I have it in my collection, and I gave it a spin way back when I played on my Windows PC. It was on Windows XP, and I remember it ran fairly well. So yeah, guys, I highly recommend it if you are a fan of survival horror, of psychological horror. I mean games like Outlast, Amnesia, or stuff like that. This one came way before that, and it still holds up pretty well. I mean, it looks fantastic on the PC, and if you want an HD experience, I believe this is the version you want to try out or to get, even though it's hard to get nowadays, I told you, because it's kind of rare and there are not so many copies of this around anymore. If you are from Europe, definitely check out eBay, and you might be lucky and grab a copy of this. And don't worry, if you have Windows 10, Windows 7, it will work on these operating systems, but be aware that you have to tweak around a little bit to make them run. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. It's one of my all-time favorite games. I also think this is the best Silent Hill game to date. Next up, I will make an unboxing of Silent Hill 3. I don't have my copy of Silent Hill 3 anymore, but I ordered it from eBay, so it should arrive here in maybe 2 days. And when it does, also the German version from eBay, I will make an unboxing of the Silent Hill 3 PC version, which is also fairly good on the PC and miles ahead its worst HD collection remake on the Xbox 360 and PS3. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions regarding the PC version, if you have any questions regarding emulation, or have a difficult time configuring this game on your PC, just send me a message. I will post anything you need to know about this one in the comment section or in the description. And yes, I hope you enjoyed my video. Um, Please subscribe, thumbs up if you like, thumbs down if you didn't like it. And yeah, see you next time with another unboxing of Silent Hill 3. Until then, take care everyone. Bye bye.